Hi, I'm Parker, and I'm at my humble home studio in Los Angeles, California. Today, I'm going to share an approach to vocal processing using Soundtoys plugins that I think will help kickstart your creativity. I did what a lot of producers do these days and grabbed some samples online, threw together a track quickly. But I want to bring a little bit of individuality and personality to this production, and Soundtoys plugins are amazing for that. Let's see what we can do. Let's start out with the wrapped vocal. The first step is to just listen to the track.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Pay attention to the rhythm, the lyrics, the emotion. Are there technical things that need fixing? I like to take a deep breath and really just think about what I'm hearing. In this case, it's a percussive vocal with some fast rhythms, so I'm not going to throw in a long reverb. That would turn the track to mush. And the lyrics and the performance have a sassy attitude, which I want to highlight with the production. It's also a single vocal, no doubles, no harmonies. So if I want the effect of multiple voices, I'm going to have to create it myself. I'm going to let these observations guide me and dive in. Let's see what happens. I want to bring some character to this track without interfering with the intelligibility or the rhythm of the vocals. So I've doubled the lead on its own track, and I've added Little AlterBoy. And you'll see I've used the formant and the pitch shift to give it a distinct bratty character and actually alter the inflection of the performance to bring out its meaning.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right.
So you can see on that last line, the pitch goes up to make it sound even more like a question. Automation is really where you can access the insane versatility of these plugins. Then I've added Decapitator with a touch of drive in the E style. I'm cutting some low end and some high end just to tighten up the sound and focus it. For this purpose, I like the saturation algorithm of style E the best.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word.
Soundtoys plugins are obviously fun at extreme settings, but they're also great at these subtle character enhancements. For instance, adding a little bit of stereo width, which takes us to Primal Tap. You may know it as a delay, but it can be used for chorus, frozen reverbs, insane lo-fi effects. It's so cool. On this track, we'll be using Primal Tap to duplicate the mono signal to the left and right channels, and then adding slightly different, very short delays to each side, creating a phase difference and stereoization. I started with the simple short delay preset.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight.
It's an awesome sound, but the delay time's a little long and there's too much feedback. Let's tweak it for this song.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word.
Then we'll adjust the feedback, cut some low end.
You know I don't play right.
Sounds about right to me. Let's hear it in the mix.
You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right.
I like where this double is in the stereo field now, but I want the space to feel even more distinct from the lead. I think it's time to reach for a reverb. Soundtoys' latest release, SuperPlate, is like the Swiss Army knife of plate reverbs, and I know I can get what I want quickly. I'll bring down the decay time, cut some low end, cut some high end, and then I can quickly flip through a selection of expertly modeled plates, each with their own unique character. I'm kind of torn between the 240 and the 140, but I think I like the gold foil. And mix it into taste.
Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right.
I'm psyched about how this is sounding, but I still want more depth and a bigger sense of space. I think that can be achieved with delay and reverb throws. Let's make a new track, copy a couple words from the lead vocals onto it, search for Little AlterBoy in the browser, put it on the track, and then pitch everything down. Indeed. Now let's search for effect rack, drag it onto the track, and create a totally unique space. We'll make the volume wobble with tremolator, add a moving bandpass with filter freak. These frequencies will be jiggling like jello. Then EchoBoy for a short dual delay, and EchoBoy Jr. for something slightly longer with a little more saturation. Let's have that filter move at a slower rate in a slightly lower frequency range.
You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right.
I think we can highlight this moment by actually deleting the lead vocal when it happens, and then maybe offsetting it in time too. So let's listen to where we're at now.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
And let's remember to keep things organized by renaming our tracks. I think I got a couple more ideas for how I can punctuate moments in that space. I'm sending the higher double we created to a return track on a couple choice words. You can see my automation here. And then I dropped effect rack on that return track. I scrolled through a few presets and landed on vocal sweet sauce. It sounded awesome with zero tweaking.
I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word.
I want to create a memorable transition into the next section of the song, and in my head, I hear the sound of a delay gone haywire. So I created another return track and sent the lead vocal to it. Here's the automation. I dragged EchoBoy onto the return track and then turned up the mix.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Then I switched to rhythm echo mode for some nitty-gritty control.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
I can change the number of times that the sound repeats, as well as the volume of the repetitions, by adjusting both the graph and the shape.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
And I can change the style to something crunchy like cheap tape.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Cool. To make sure that this doesn't conflict with the lead vocal, I'm once again going to use Little AlterBoy to shift down the formant.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
And then throw on SuperPlate to give it some more space. Let's start with the effects presets.
I'm gonna get back when I. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
That sounds about right to me. Then I'm actually going to throw in Ableton's stock gate and sidechain it to the lead vocal so that this return track volume cuts as soon as the lead vocal stops.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Nice and tight. Let's just add a little bit of stereo movement with Pan Man.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Let's make it move faster.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Awesome, I think we're there. Let's remind ourselves of where we started at the beginning of this video.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
And with everything we added.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
So we've added momentum, attitude, and sonic interest to this track without affecting the intelligibility or rhythm of the lead vocal. Over the course of this verse, we're building energy as we lead into the next section of the song when the hook's gonna drop. But that's for another video. Hopefully this gives you some ideas about how to kickstart your creative process when sound designing or producing vocals. Soundtoys plugins invite you to experiment and discover totally unique sounds, and then hone those sounds for your mix with professional precision. Thanks for watching.